Okay, let's start with the good stuff, a demo. Here's a markdown file in another repository. So we'll do markdown-sitegen .. It'll generate my entire blog and create this build folder right here, which is now filled with HTML files. And if we open up one of them that happens to correspond with the markdown file, we get this, and right here you have the content of the markdown rendered. Now, of course, YouTube Player is a React component. I'm going to have to go through and delete all the React components that I used throughout my blog posts, but there weren't too many, so I'm not too worried about it. So how does this work? Let's get into it. We'll go through it real quick, just a little progress for today. In CLI.py, what did we do? We changed rendering the template just a bit. Up here, you'll see we spin up a jinja2 environment. We also added that to our requirements. So the jinja2 environment, it's a templating package, jinja2. It lets us render these templates. So in the web folder in markdown-sitegen, we have base.html, we have index, and we have post. And we use the jinja2 markup language to delineate where to put the body variable in this case. Back to CLI. In jinja2, we use that template and we render and we pass in body equals HTML. What's HTML again? That is the output of the markdown package from the last video. So instead of just writing this HTML to a file, we're now passing it into a template and we can inject it wherever we want into the middle of an HTML file, but basically the same process. Also added an index, and we do the same process where we render an index template, passing in whatever variables we deem necessary, maybe an aggregation of posts eventually, aggregation of post titles, who knows? Who knows? But the point is, here we go. We have the ability to generate the site with jinja2 from Markdown. So that's pretty cool. We're connecting the dots. Now there is one thing that I forgot here. So we do need a manifest.in file to declare the fact that this web package, which doesn't contain Python code, should be included when you pip install it from pypy.org or wherever this package may end up. So I just have to consult Google real quick to figure out what the syntax is. Thanks, Google. Here's a sample. So I'm going to use recursive include, and we'll see if we recursive include markdown-sitegen/web, should be good to go. How do we check that? We build the package and make sure that the directories we need are in there. Let's do that. When I try to run setup.py bdist wheel, it doesn't work, so I have to install wheel real quick. Now we can try that again. Still didn't work. Turns out if you don't import setup tools, then you're out of luck for this. So I added import setup tools to setup.py, and now we run bdist wheel. We get a dist folder containing a wheel. Let's check the wheel and make sure it contains what we think it does. If you didn't know this, wheels are actually just zip files, so you can unzip it. And we do not have a web folder, so we have made some sort of mistake here. But of course, we need to add package data to setup.py too. Wow, should have known that, huh? So now we generate the wheel and we see that it's in there. So that's perfect. So what's next? Obviously a better design, but first, how do we publish this thing? Well, GitHub Pages must have a way to do it. So I have to do a little bit of reading about the GitHub Pages action. And if not, maybe I'll fall back on GitLab because it's a lot easier. But that's it. I hope you got something out of this and enjoyed the video. Have a good one.